Governor Tia said he wasn't told it was a full-page ad. One of the things about the governor is that he's got this remarkable sense of humor, then and now. The DePreist Award for Excellence was established to recognize an individual or individuals who have a legacy or lasting impact on our community as a result of their excellence in their profession, in their community service, and/or in their philanthropy. After a rigorous selection process, the first recipient of this award were James and Jeanette DePreist. James, better known as Jimmy to most of us, had been the highly regarded 18-year director of the Oregon Symphony. Additionally, Jimmy and Jeanette were known in the community for their service to children, service to youth, motivating young people to pursue the classics, being a participant in nonprofit associations, particularly the Kidney Association of Oregon. Many of you know that he had a kidney transplant and had a lifelong commitment to making sure that people recognize the need for organ transplants and the need for support for such procedures. After we gave the first award of excellence to James and Jeanette DePreist, they honored Volunteers of America by allowing us to institutionalize the award in their name. And since that time, we've given the award to 12 individuals in our community. They're listed on the inside front page of your program, but we do have two of the honorees with us today, Tom Kelly and Greg Chalet. Would you please stand? Tonight, we're here to honor Al and Nancy Jubitz. They have made outstanding contributions in our community in education, social services, and the fight to eliminate poverty in our community, and most recently, leading an initiative that focuses on world peace. At this point in time, let's look at a video that honors Al and Nancy Jubitz.
I think Al and Nancy, for a number of years, have cared about children, and particularly children at risk, and have manifested that in supporting a number of children's causes. I think both of them have realized that they've been given much gifts in the world. Kind of reminds me of the Bible verse from Luke, when much is given, much is expected, and I think they both appreciate how much Portland and Oregon has supported them in a variety of ways.
They do make and have made a very big difference in the community with their generosity. I know that they have been involved in so many different children's projects, Children's Museum. She also had worked with CASA in the court systems. She has always been involved in something that related to kids.
It started as being a three-pronged effort. Children, mostly abused kids, working with abused kids, or funding organizations that work with abused children, early education, children 0 to 8, the environment, restoration of streams and rivers, and the third area was peace.
The family set up the Family Foundation. They wanted to focus on not just on children, but broader areas. And one of the areas they really took on with a fair amount of vigor, and I think that's increased over the years, is world peace. And they've got partnerships now, not only through Rotary, but through many groups throughout the world.
We decided that we would have basically a gathering. We called it the Parkdale One Gathering, and we brought up 24 people to talk for a weekend about peace and conflict and why we go to war. And that morphed into the War Prevention Initiative. And we've been putting more and more resources into that area for the last 2 years.
They very much feel it's their responsibility to be involved in the world and people and helping where they can. It's just part of who they are.
Please join with me in welcoming Al and Nancy Jubitz to the stage, please. As I give the mic to the Jubitz, this is the DePreist Award for Excellence Sculpture and Award, which will be theirs as they leave here tonight. Okay?
Thank you very much, Kay. I drew the long straw, so I get to talk. And obviously, this is a gigantic honor for Nancy and me. Thank you all for being here. I would like to shout out to Bobby and Bernie Foster, an awesome story. Knitting. Giving voice to a minority population is God's work, and it's made a huge difference. Keep it up. You're totally deserving, and we appreciate all you stand for. You're welcome. My wife sensitized me on children's issues, on family issues, on trauma, on abuse. She was a CASA. We opened our homes to Rotary Exchange students willingly during our child rearing years, about 6 of them for as much as 6 months. But when she became a CASA for Multnomah County and realized that there were no foster homes to help these children, she said, we're going to apply, and I supported that. And so we were foster parents for 10 years, and it wasn't always easy. But I give a huge amount of credit to my wife of 47 years. I don't think I should have said that. We were married at age 5, right? And so thank you, honey, for all that has led to this event tonight. A shout out to Volunteers of America. You've heard wonderful stories tonight. You've seen great videos. It's all true. But when I looked under the covers of the work they did and visited some sites, I found that this is an unusual organization in that rather than taking programs and putting them onto populations, and these are from youth and children to seniors of all ilks and all minorities and so forth, without just cookie cutter solutions for various populations, what they do instead is talk to the population where they feel there's a hole in the social services and ask them what they need. Now, what this does is create a mutual respect. If you're a good listener and you listen to what the people say is deficient in their lives, and then you design programs around it, what you do is 2 things. You create trust, and with that goes hope, but you also create the will to change in those people. But first, it starts with that mutual respect. Under the leadership of Kay Turan, this is what this organization represents. The results are uniquely different than the traditional way of providing services. The way I figure from what I've studied is that perhaps 50% better results by making the client a partner. I attribute this to Kay Turan, who you're my hero too. Did Carrie say that? Carrie, I think I'm stealing your line here, buddy, but I was going to say it anyway. Kay Turan is our hero. When we were foster parents, she was leading the State Human Services Agency, CSD. For the last 15 years, she's led Volunteers of America. With 325 or 50 employees, 900 volunteers, a $16 million budget, 20 major programs, 5,000 more people served. All of you that work for Volunteers of America, thank you for your care of others. All of you that serve others in whatever capacity with other organizations, or even if it's a parent needing service, thank you for your caregiving. This is what knits a community together. We know that healthy children and healthy families make a healthy community, and that's what we're about. And tonight, we are merely symbols of generosity that exists in this room. You demonstrated that earlier. This community supports agencies such as this one and many others, and we are deeply grateful for your generosity. I'd like to recognize our 4 tables over here. We have employees of Nancy's business, the Foundation of War Prevention Initiative are here, friends and family. Your presence here tonight is very, very meaningful to both Nancy and me. We thank you, as we thank all of you, for being here tonight. We know that you are caregivers in your own way and in multiple ways, and we thank you for that, and thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. To all of you, thank you for coming tonight. We're hugely honored, and I want to thank you for being here and spreading the good word about Kay's organization. Thanks.
Alan, Nancy Jubitz, Bernie, Bobby Foster, congratulations. Thank you for supporting Volunteers of America. It's been a pleasure tonight. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Governor Atiyeh, I was glad to be sitting next to you tonight. You don't remember this probably. I was one of the first people I ever interviewed when I got to KGW 15 years ago. It was you. They sent me out. I forget what the subject was even. I'm sure you were eloquent as always. I know you were gracious. I remember that day. You sitting behind your big desk, and I was going to interview the former governor, and that was one of the first interviews I did for Channel 8 way back when, 99. So a pleasure to get to see you again and sit next to you tonight. I haven't seen you in many years. So if they name the award after you, it's great when you can show up and hear someone else get it. So that's very nice, Governor. Thank you. A special thank you to all of you for being here tonight. $61,750 raised in this room tonight. 61 grand. Congratulations. That is a fantastic number. Thanks to our media sponsors, a television station, KGW TV. I'm glad my bosses are able to contribute tonight, as well as McGoran Video Media. Our legacy sponsor tonight, Providence Health and Services. And also a thank you to all of our other sponsors and table sponsors listed in your program tonight. But most of all, thank you for coming, for supporting Volunteers of America. My name's Russ Lewis. I'm going to be on early tomorrow morning on News Channel 8 at sunrise. This is Volunteers of America, right? How about some volunteers to get up early with me and watch TV tomorrow morning? Would that be all right? Now, wait a minute. We start at 4:30. You don't clap yet. We're on at 4:30. We're on till 7. You can join us in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and have a great night, safe drive home, and we'll see you next time. Good night.